So to introduce Chandramouli Ganguly, he is born and brought up in Kolkata and lives with his father, mother, and his wife. He is an engineer in electronics and worked in Tata Consultancy Services (TCS) for about 6 years in Kolkata. He then the entrepreneurial bug hit him and founded his own company, Travel to Wildlife. He is running this company successfully for the past 3 years. Um, for photo bird tours, he has traveled to internationally to Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, and hold your breath, Papua for birds of prey. So he's seen those as well. His interest lies in bird photography and chasing lifers. In India, he has a lifer list of 920, and the latest being the Blythe's kingfisher from the northeast. So with this, I hand over to Chandra to share your screen and start your presentation. And hopefully, all of you would like what you're saying. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for this kind introduction. So, just confirm whether my screen is visible properly.
Yes, it is visible.
Okay, thank you so much. All right. So, good morning once again. Here we are going to discuss about the Indian birding calendar. So, first thing,
Chandra, I am not able to see. I don't know others are able to see the screen. I am not able to see the screen.
No, even I am not able to see it.
You're sharing.
Okay.
People are saying Facebook Live, they can see the screen, but not here.
Just a moment.
What call are you? Birds. Are you muted?
Can you see my screen now?
Wait a minute, it is. I don't know if it is coming. No. People on chat are also saying no. I'm also not.
Okay, just give me 2 minutes. Just give me 2. I'm rejoining once again.
If you don't have ability, let me know. I will give you the ability. Apologies everyone for this small technical. No, the blue ear kingfisher was my DP. So that was not what the PPT. Kindly wait. Maybe it is clashing with the Facebook Live. Yes, Chandra, we are able to see your screen now. Your computer, we are able to see. Chandra, you can enable your audio and video as well. We are able to see your screen.
Okay. Just confirm whether my voice is audible and screen is you can see.
Yes, both are. Perfect. Thank you.
So resuming from the second one. Okay. First thing we have to understand about the migration happens in India. So there are three kind of migration happens in India. Number one is summer migration, which basically happens between the country, from one part of country to another part of country. Like from Western Ghats, there are many species which comes to the northern side. That is in our Bengal, Odisha, lot of central Indian national parks, such as Indian pitta, black baza. These are the birds which does the summer migration from one place of India to another place of India. That is from Western Ghats to the the northern part. Second migration which happens in India is the passage migration. Many of us are aware that there are a lot of species. There are a lot of species in the sense there are 5, 6 rare species which gives a stopover in between their journey from Europe to Africa in the places called Great Run of Kutch, and few of them also visits Jaisalmer, that is Desert National Park. So they are rufous-tailed scrub robin, spotted flycatcher, European nightjar, red-backed shrike, red-tailed shrike, and Eurasian roller, and of course blue-cheeked bee-eater. So these are the passage migration happens. These passage migratory birds, which comes to India only for these 4 weeks or 5 weeks or so. So they are very rare. Only you can find them in GRK, that is Great Run of Kutch and Jaisalmer. And the last one, which all of us are aware, that is winter migration. This happens in between October to March, which all go many places, Bharatpur, Manglajori, Jamnagar, for a lot of places. We do mainly for the winter birding for these migratory species, of course, bar-headed goose, imperial eagle, cinereous vulture, spotted sungrouse. They all come from Eurasia, Siberia, and Europe, many parts of the Europe to India during this winter time. So these are the migration happens in India: summer, passage, winter. So anyone have any questions regarding to know about this migration before I move to the next slide?
Go ahead.
All right. Apart from the migratory birds, we have to know which are the habitat or of the resident birds found in India. The resident birds which are found in India in many habitats such as Himalaya, Tibetan Plateau, Western Ghats, mangrove habitat, Thar Desert, and of course the Andaman Nicobar Island. Though there are a lot of other species which are found in the foothills of Himalaya. So Himalaya, if you go, Himalaya also has been classified into two parts: Eastern Himalaya and Western Himalaya. So if you go to Eastern Himalaya, you will get there are endemics which become almost endemics over there, such as there are rain babblers, there are long-billed rain babblers, then pygmy rain babblers. These all becomes the Himalayan endemics. Though there are many species such as Himalayan monal or cockless pheasant, both are found in both the Himalayas, eastern and western. Then if you come down to the foothills of Himalaya, there are species which lives in the foothills of Himalaya as well. Red-headed trogon, broadbills, frogmouth, also frogmouth, and many species of horns, great Indian, rufous snaked. They all live in the foothills of Himalaya. After that, Tibetan Plateau. So if you are aware about the Tibetan Plateau, that is also is a very good hotspot of bird species in India. Ladakh and North Sikkim. North Sikkim means Lachen, Lachung, Gurudambar Lake. These areas come under the Tibetan Plateau. So this Tibetan Plateau is host many species such as sandgrouses, lark, Eurasian eagle owl, little owl, and they are all almost become the endemic bird species of there. Then move to the Western Ghat. The Western Ghat has a very major impact of Indian bird life, wildlife. It starts from the Maharashtra, Goa side, and it ends in the Thattekar, Kerala. So this entire belt has many endemics, such as frogmouth. Again, different species of frogmouth. That is Sri Lanka frogmouth or Ceylon frogmouth, Malabar trogon, flame-throated bulbul. These all becomes the Western Ghat endemics. Then if you come to the mangrove side, there are species which found in mangrove areas of our India, Sundarban, Bhitarkanika, mangrove pitta, mangrove whistler, and the endemic bird Mark's finfoot in Sundarban area. Now let's move to the western part of our country, Thar Desert. There is a critically endangered bird which is now fighting of its identity and its existence, Great Indian Bustard. That Great Indian Bustard lives in the Thar Desert, which is also a resident bird of India. And completely different kind of bird species, though many people tell them the subspecies, but it's now confirmed that they are completely separate species. Andaman and Nicobar endemics, which are completely found in only Andaman, Nicobar, and couple of other islands such as Kamota Island, Narkundam Island, and some others. Andaman bulbul, Andaman crake, whatever you see over there, all are endemics. Nicobar megapod, Narkundam hornbill, and there are many owls and nightjars over there. So these are the resident birds of India, habitat-wise. Please ask questions if you have any from this slide.
No questions so far, Chandra.
Okay. So now, as per our agenda, that is the birding in India. Birding in India month-wise, if you can classify it, it would be really helpful for you to understand which are the species. Just because we go for birding only because of species and of course good quality photographs. So if you go species-wise, you have to classify them with the month-wise. Otherwise, it's not essential or it's not fruitful to go there if you don't find the species month-wise. Such as if you go in January, you have to plan Kaziranga National Park, Assam, because that's the best time for the area. And there are many places just such as Thattekar, Kotagiri, Great Rann of Kutch, Jamnagar, and of course Andaman and Little Andaman Islands. These are the hotspot of birding during the January. So if you go to Kaziranga, Som Francolin, Thattekar, Bay Owl, Kotagiri, Painted Bush Quail, Kashmir Flycatcher, Great Rann of Kutch, if you go there, I like to tell you here one very important bird species, grey hypocoleus. This grey hypocoleus is the only species which comes only particular, you can't believe on one particular tree of Great Rann of Kutch. Grey hypocoleus every year comes in that particular habitat. This is why the habitat is very important. Bird species, of course. So this grey hypocoleus comes only that particular habitat of GRK every year. Then Andaman and Little Andaman Islands, not Nicobar. Nicobar, good time, March will come. Andaman, Little Andaman Islands, Andaman crake, Andaman bulbul, Andaman nightjar. These are the bird species which can be found in good, activity during the January. If you go Andaman and Little Andaman Islands, you can see the beautiful Andaman nightjar right there, right below corner of the slide. And of course, Jamnagar, which is hotspot or the best place for the waders in India. You'll get crab plover, oyster catcher, great knot, lesser flamingo, bar-tailed godwit, many species, red-necked phalarope, many species in Jamnagar. I would love to answer some questions from this slide. Anyone having any questions?
Chandra, there is a question from Prakash. He's asking, is it possible to go to Nicobar? How many days required for birding there? Although it is not there in slide, but you can answer that.
Okay. Thank you so much for asking the question. So I'd like to tell you, Nicobar is good time if you go in March, because Nicobar is a very difficult place to go because in terms of the transportation. So and of course money, which is very important. So March is ideally the best time, because the best species, that is of Nicobar megapod, which does breeding during the March, and you will get high chance of having good sighting during the March. If just give me some time, I'll explain the same thing in our March slide next to it.
Basically, question was, is it possible to go to Nicobar? Yes. Some of the islands you can go, some of the islands which are restricted, you cannot go there. So the
Yeah,
islands,
yeah.
So that is the, I
Yeah,
think, your question.
Okay, the islands in Nicobar, if you go, you can go to Great Nicobar Islands and Central Nicobar Islands. These are the two islands you can go.
Okay, and then how many days required? We'll cover in the March slide.
Yeah, March slide. Let's stick to the March slide.
Okay, we can move on.
Okay. So now after January, the February month comes, and February is a good time for places such as Hampi, Karnataka. So and Gajoldoba, West Bengal. So in Hampi, you'll get the endemic bird, yellow-throated bulbul. That bird is completely becomes the endemic. Though there are many other Karnataka outskirts area where it also gets sighted. But ideally, if you want to see this bird, you can see the bird at the right top corner, the yellow-throated bulbul. So this yellow-throated bulbul can be found in only Hampi. If you go there, almost sure shot. Next, the place Gajoldoba. That Gajoldoba is a hotspot of many rare duck species. People from all over the world comes, mainly all over the India, comes to Gajoldoba for this kind of rare ducks, common golden eye. You can see the photo just below of the yellow-throated bulbul. This is common golden eye, very rare bird, though it's a female. Male doesn't come here. There was only one sighting of male from Dibru-Saikhowa National Park, Assam, long year back. So, if you see this Gajoldoba's kind of habitat, Smew is one of the rare duck species, very small. It's just few inch bigger than our little grib. So this Smew also can be found in Gajoldoba. Moving to the northern side, Sultanpur grassland, Haryana. That is also a good place for birding in February. You can find Eurasian widgeon, greater flamingo, black-necked stork there. Moving to the next, another good place of birding. Not as such for birding, I would say good for bird photographers. Ganesh Guri, vernal hanging parrot, Rufous babbler. You can see the Rufous babbler right below corner. Vernal hanging parrot, Rufous babbler. These are the important bird species, can be photographed, found easily during the February. Next is Nameri National Park. Nameri National Park, situated in Assam. It's a very important place for the state bird of Assam, that is white-winged wood duck. Now it's known as wood duck. So this wood duck can be found in Nameri National Park very easily in February. Again, a repetition of few places from January slide, GRK, I'm not repeating here, and Thattekar. So GRK, Jamnagar, both are good if you go in Jan and Feb. Anyone having any questions?
A couple of questions. Parag is asking, how far is Gajoldoba from Jaladapara? I'm not pronouncing it correctly.
Yeah, yeah. So Jaldapara is a national park. It's a famous national park in Bengal. It's situated near the Hasimara. So it's 2.5 hours drive from Jaldapara to 3 hours, but rather traffic condition 3 hours drive from Jaldapara to Gajoldoba.
Sai is asking, is Golden Eye a regular sighting in the location you mentioned?
Common goldeneye comes every year December, almost December end, and it stays till March first week. It's almost in for 2019 we got very good shots. 2018, so last 3 years it almost becomes regular. But you have to point it out very carefully, very shy.
Any other questions anybody wants to ask? Clear?
Hi, Parulia.
Yep.
Just one
Hi.
question from my side. Sorry, is Nameri National Park close to Kaziranga? Like, can we cover it in one trip?
All right. Thank you so much for asking. Nameri National Park is a 3.5 hours drive from Kaziranga. Kaziranga situated in Goalpara, and Nameri National Park situated in near the Bengal border. So it's a 3.5 hours drive. Of course, it can be combined into one tour. If you plan 4-5 days, you can club Kaziranga 4-5 safaris along with 2 days of good quality birding in Nameri.
Nameri. Great, thank you.
Okay, we can move
Right.
on.
Moving to the next slide, March 1. If you see the first point, the March, the Nicobar megapod. The Great Nicobar Islands, as I told just few minutes back, that Nicobar megapod is an important species for all bird watchers of India. And this the best time, March, to go to Nicobar. You will find many rare species such as jungle flycatcher, Great Nicobar serpent eagle. If you see the right image of the right top corner image, that is Nicobar megapod. Then the image is coming Great Nicobar serpent eagle. That's also endemic. These all are endemic birds of Nicobar. So that question, referring to that questions, Nicobar, good time March. It two islands can be visited. You can visit 2 islands, Great Nicobar, and second one is Central Nicobar, which also known as Khan Nicobar. So next place, Bengal Florican, one of the one of the finest bird in Indian subcontinent, and the best place to go watch this bird is Manas National Park, Assam. And apart from Bengal Florican, you will get to find golden-headed cisticola and slender-billed babbler. Mainly people goes to Manas for Bengal Florican. March is also the breeding time, as you know, the characteristics of Florican, it displays the female by jumping on the ground, and which attracts female and of course the birders to see the glimpse of it. Next is Bhandup pumping stations. All of you are aware almost, as most of you are from Mumbai. So BPS, Bhandup pumping stations, which is also a good place if you go early March. Many doe-eachers, Asian doe-eachers, long-billed doe-eachers, red-necked phalarope 2 years back, red phalarope. These are the key species can be photographed, found in Bhandup pumping station, BPS. Next place is Bhitarkanika National Park. Again, good time for breeding. April, May is almost all bird species breeding time, mating time. Almost all, not everyone. So March they start the preparing of nesting. They prepare this. They do courtships. So these are so March ideally good time for this mangrove pitta as well, because the male continuously calls the female to be attracted, and it's a good time to go with Kanika. The last one, Pakke. The 12th kingfisher, rather I would say the rarest kingfisher found in Pakke, that is Blythe's kingfisher, my last lifer from the place before the lockdown. So this Blythe's kingfisher can be found in Pakke Tiger Reserve, Arunachal Pradesh, and also a couple of rare species such as Rufous vented laughing thrush, spot-throated babbler. They are also found in Pakke. Anyone having questions?
Chandra, how many days Nicobar trip takes if you want to cover, let's say, both Great Nicobar and Central Nicobar?
7 days. 7 days because from Port Blair, we can go from our hometowns to Port Blair by flight, no issues. But from Port Blair to Nicobar, you have to go by ship, which is 30 hours journey. So 1.5 days will be gone from your birding tour. So 1.5 days going, 1.5 days returning, 3 days, and birding 4 days. So 7 days you have to keep for Great Nicobar Islands.
Okay. And when you are in ship, do you see some pelagic birds?
Oh, luckily we got to see in 2018 we got to see the beautiful white-tailed tropic bird, and last year we got to see this one black nape tern, which is not so as such pelagic, but you know the activity which is there in Goa side or our Munnar side, Alefuza side, Kerala, the activity of pelagic bird is not as such in Nicobar, from Port Blair to Nicobar journey, because the food is not there and the wave is too much in terms of birds, not in terms of sheep. Sheep journey is amazing. So it depends.
Okay, thank you so much.
Chandra, Parag is asking, is Blythe's kingfisher seen in Western Ghats too?
No. There is a confusion between Blythe's kingfisher and our blue-eared kingfisher. So Blythe's kingfisher is much bigger tail with a big beak. If you Western Ghats, blue-eared kingfisher, northeast only Pakke Tiger Reserve. Recently there are a couple of sightings from Namdapha as well. Again, this is endemic of northeast India, Blythe's kingfisher. Okay. So moving to the next one, that April one, the spring of our birders, the April and May, we do lot of birding and lot of birding and bird photography tours in April. Somehow this year we had to sacrifice. We had to sit the entire April and May in our home because of the lockdown. So let's get started with the April. First thing, my favorite location of India, Eagle Nest Wildlife Sanctuary, Arunachal Pradesh. So this is the best time of eagle nest. Not only eagle nest, the entire northeast is the best if you plan in April and May. So Bugun leotichla, which is a very rare species and found in it's basically found in 2007, can be found in Eagle Nest Wildlife Sanctuary. Apart from that, watch-dragon, you can see the right top corner watch-dragon image. Bugun also I have images. I didn't have space to incorporate in the same slide. So Bugun leotichla, watch-dragon, this red-faced leotichla, it's good time for eagle nest in April. If you plan eagle nest, there is a place near to that, Sela Pass and Mandala, again from the same state, Arunachal Pradesh. Grandala, snow partridge, Nauman's thrush, these are the key species can be found in Sela Pass, Mandala, because Sela Pass, from the name itself, you can understand it's situated in a height, it's a higher altitude area. So snow partridge, they always loves to stay in the snow. Snow partridge, snow cock, these all species always loves to stay in snow. So Sela Pass, April, the snow, even the snow is less. So you can go and reach the place and find the beautiful snow patch over there. Next one, again, one of my favorite place of birding, Mishmi Hills. The Mishmi Hills is a hotspot, or rather the one of best place of birding in Northeast. Beautiful nuthatch, Hodgson frogmouth, Mishmi wren babbler, Wattstrogon once again. These all can be found almost every species, apart from one, which will come in November slide. Apart from one species, Cletus monal, we'll get everything almost in April and May. Next, Mahananda Wildlife Sanctuary from Bengal, rufous-necked hornbill. Most of our target birds, you can find them in Latpanchar. There is a helmet in Mahananda Wildlife Sanctuary, Latpanchar. You can find them over there, rufous-necked hornbill. Silver-breasted broadbill, sultan tit also can be found there, though they are also found in Corbett and some of the areas of Uttarakhand. Next is Pangolaka Wildlife Sanctuary, which is situated in Sikkim. I forgot to mention here, Sikkim, forgot to write Sikkim here. So Pangolaka Wildlife Sanctuary comes in East Sikkim district. Blood pheasant, Himalayan monal, and most important bird, great parrotbill. This great parrotbill can be found in Pangolaka Wildlife Sanctuary. You know very well, the parrotbill loves to stay in the bamboo habitats. Those bamboo habitats are very important for parrotbills, and this Pangolaka Wildlife Sanctuary has lot of bamboo habitats for great parrotbill, fulvous parrotbill, black-throated. Even the beautiful brown parrotbill also can be found in Pangolaka Wildlife Sanctuary. Moving to the next area, West Sikkim, Varsay Rhododendron Sanctuary. From the name itself, you can understand how beautiful the place would be. Rhododendron, which also attracts beautiful fire-tailed Myzornis, laughing thrushes, and my favorite bird of India, Satyr tragopan. You can see the Satyr tragopan, the middle of this image, middle of this slide. These all birds can be found in Varsay Rhododendron Sanctuary. Next one, Satal from Uttarakhand. Only one starling which comes in Satal, Uttarakhand during this April-May, that is spot-winged starling. This almost becomes migratory endemic of Satal, spot-winged starling. So for that, you have to go to Satal in April-May, and also you can find common green magpie, black francolin. So, but one thing here for Satal, I would like to add one important point. For birders, it may not satisfy because this place becomes almost photographic, because there are a lot of hides over there. So there are many birders who may not like Satal. So excuse for that. But for the bird photographers, it's true heaven. Okay. Please ask questions if you have any.
So he's asking from where does spot-winged starling migrate to Satal?
Okay, it's basic. See, April is a summer time in India. So if you see, apart from the migration which I described, summer, monsoon, and winter, these Himalayan migration also happens in India. The higher altitude birds comes to the lower altitude in the peak winter time. We'll discuss those in November, December slide. And similarly, the lower altitude bird also goes to the higher altitude. So these vice versa relation always happens throughout the year. So April, as because it's a summertime, many higher altitude birds comes to the lower altitude. Spot-winged starling is also one of them, which comes from higher altitude to lower altitude for this Satal.
Prakash is asking, so eagle nest and Sela Pass, can it be combined 7 to 8 days?
Yeah, it's possible. Eagle Nest, two places are there, Lama Camp and Bompu Camp, which is very famous, all of us know. So Lama Camp 1 day, Bompu Camp 4 days, because a lot of species are there to cover. So 5 days Eagle Nest and 3 days Sela Pass Mandala. So total 8 days easily can be covered. Even I do 8 days Eagle Nest Sela Pass.
Okay. He's also asking, any other places in Bengal or Sikkim can be combined in a trip? in terms of
Of course,
combining the trip of various locations here?
yeah, of course, there are a couple of other locations. You see here, Mahananda also can be clubbed with Pangolaka. Mahananda also can be clubbed with Varse rhododendron. Sikkim is a neighbor of Bengal, so Sikkim and Bengal can be together. But I don't want to put the unproductive areas, because you people will come from different part of country by spending time, and most importantly your wishes, so it's sometimes dissatisfy you. So Bengal, if you come Mahananda, you can club Sikkim Pangolaka, you can club Varse rhododendron. But just one thing, for if you are thinking about Sundarban, no, April is not a good time. Even it's a horrible time for birding in Sundarban.
Okay. No other questions on this. Is Irfan Sheikh on the chat? He raised his hand earlier, and I forgot to give him a chance. Irfan Sheikh, are you there? Do you have a question? No? All right. Thank you. Continue, please.
Okay. Next one, the birding in May. See, birding in May sometimes happens dicey. Again, northeast places, Eagle Nest, Mishmi Hills. I don't want to repeat those species. Sorry. I don't want to repeat those species which we discussed in April slides, but there are many species in May you can find more productively in Eagle Nest as well as Mishmi. The Tragopan's characters, they prefer the insects to be come out just after a quick shower, after a quick rain. So Temining's Tragopan is the key species in Eagle Nest Wildlife Sanctuary during the May. Similarly, there is one more Tragopan, that is Blythe's Tragopan, or Tragopan blithii is a scientific name, also found in Mishmi Hills during the May, just after a quick shower. Again, Walong, the new place in this May slide. Walong is a place which is a fantastic place of birding during the May, because there are a couple of species which are found in Walong. They are not even included in our Bird of Indian Subcontinent data book. Somehow they are now, maybe, but before that they were not, because there is a controversy, as these birds share the same habitat of India as well as China. Yunnan nuthatch, gold Lewinsky's bunting, Lord Derbian parakeet, black-browed bush teat. Please don't confuse with the black-throated bush teat. Black-browed bush teat, black-headed greenfinch. These are the 5 species, not Japanese sparrowhawk. These are the 5 species, 5 controversial species can be found easily in Walong during the May. And Japanese sparrowhawk, it's also a species, it can be found in Walong. Again, Mahananda Wildlife Sanctuary, April, if you come for Mahananda, you will get to see the male and female doing the courtship, they are doing the mating, breeding time. May, if you come in Mahananda, different aspect, different scenario, as the female will go inside the nest, so the male will come, it will come to feed the female. It will be an amazing, alluring scene of birding in Mahananda. And of course, again, the same species, silver-breasted broad-billed sultan teat, also found in Mahananda during the May. Any questions?
Which means that the Rufford Neck will give you a lot of opportunities for photographing at that particular same location, right?
Yeah, April. If you come in April for Rufous Necked Hornbill, you will find male and female both. Female outside. May, if you come, then female might be inside because of the nesting. The nesting characteristics of hornbills. They put the female into the nest until the chick came out. So male you will find in May, feeding the female.
Okay, Eagle Nest, Mishmi, especially the Arunachal Pradesh areas. Do we have to trek on foot a lot?
Eagle Nest, Mishmi Hills, these are the places where you will have to do birding by foot. No, not so much trekking involved, apart from one particular area of Eagle Nest, that is Eagle Nest Pass for Tragopan. So these are the these places can be done. The birding can be done with the help of foot, though you have to walk. If you don't walk, you don't get the birds because they always get feared of with the vehicles. So you have to walk. Not so much trekking is involved.
So walking means just like we do in Sattal, we go on the road and stop the car and then walk for some time. Then again, car comes and follows. Something
Yes,
like that.
yes. You have to walk through the road. But in Eagle Nest, there are a couple of trails are there. For Bugun Leochichla, which is first target of the Eagle Nest, you have to go in a particular trail. For Temening Stragopan, you have to go particular trail. Those trails are out of the road, so you have to excuse for that. But apart from that, 80% of birding, Sikkim Wojbil Babbler, Watchdragon, everything from the road itself.
Anywhere we have to go there and camp overnight in the jungle. Anywhere.
No, it's very risky to camp over there because you know the Himalayan black bear. There is always a chance of getting attacked by the Himalayan black bear. So camping is not advisory.
Okay. Dr. Rajit Mukherjee is asking any trip covering Chupi in West Bengal.
Chupi, yes. If you come to Mahananda, you can. Chupi is a place which is commonly known as Purvasthali. So that Chupi Char means bank, river bank. So there is a river bank. It's called Chupi in Bardwan district. So this Chupi is good for waders, ducks. It can be clubbed with Mahananda. You have to come from Mahananda in Siliguri, that is North Bengal. You have to club Mahananda with Chupi for 2 days.
Okay, great. No more questions. You can proceed to the next.
Okay, moving to the next slide. Summer has come. It's a scorching sun on our head. So not as such birding in June. Though we means photographers, not the birders. We photographers, even I am also a birder. So we prefer going the national parks, mostly central India, Ranthambore, Bandhavgarh, Tadova, Kanha, for tigers, of course, for leopards, for sloth bears. So in those national parks, you will get to do birding for Indian pitta, Indian Paris flycatcher, black-naped monarch. And if you go to Tadoba or Ranthambore, you will do a good birding for Silkir Malkoa, yellow-legged button quail, and beautiful crested bunting. These all are the resident birds of India. So you will get a chance of look on them during the tiger safari. Anyone having questions?
What about little run of Kutch?
No.
Rajit Mukherjee is asking. I think it will come in the winter time, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah. Little Run of Kutch is basically famous for, again, winter migratory birds. So June is not at all. It's not at all a good time to go Little Run of Kutch. It will be a disaster waste if you go LRK, that is Little Run of Kutch, in June, because of the weather as well as species wise. LRK good time November. I'll come in November slide.
Yeah, Dr. Mukherjee, we are going by month, covering each month at a time, not location wise. So we will wait for that month to come for that location. Thank you. No more questions on this slide.
Okay. Moving to July. July, again, a little bit of birding, not entire India. Few pockets will be available for July. So Sokhalia is one of the place where you can go for birding in July, because you know Lesser Florican, the male, you can see the Lesser Florican image here at the right below corner. This Lesser Florican does display to attract the female during the monsoon when the rain starts, and it's a best time to see them, photograph them, do the videography in Sokalia. Apart from that, Indian eagle owl, jungle bush quail, painted francolin, rain quail, these are the key species can be found in Sokalia. Next is Ladakh, one of my favorite location of birding. Ladakh, again, July is a good time, though it's a many people always push August is good for Ladakh, but I would say no, because Golden Stats Red Start, it's a very important bird in Ladakh, which can be found during the July, because they start moving back from Ladakh from August. And otherwise, it's almost same July August. Apart from that, Golden Stand Red Start or white winged red start, Ladakh July is good. Just same as Andaman and Nicobar, it's almost endemic birds. You can see from the name itself, Tibetan sungrouse, Tibetan snowcock, Himalayan snowcock, Tibetan lark, Mongolian finch, Eurasian eagle owl. These all becomes resident of Ladakh. You'll find them in July and August both, not the Golden Stand. Golden Stand only in July. Next, Sundarban, our Bengal. Sundarban is very good during the monsoon. Ruddy kingfisher, buffy fish owl, one of the rarest of the rare owl found in India, buffy fish owl. This buffy fish, you can see the image of buffy fish owl here, and top image is the Tibetan snowcock from Ladakh. So this buffy fish owl can be found in Sundarban during the monsoon, as well as mangrove whistler. It's a tough customer though. Better to see them, photograph them in Andaman and Vitarkanika. So Ruddy kingfisher, buffy fish owl, mangrove whistler always has a good activity during the July and August.
So I have a question. You mentioned Ladakh and also earlier higher altitudes, West Sikkim, etc. Do we have to spend time in the room after we land there for acclimatization for the altitude? Do we have to give some days for that without bird?
Yes. So if you drive from Delhi to Ladakh via Manali, then you may not require that one full day of acclimatization. But if you go by flight from Delhi to Leh, you have to take care of yourself for entire one day for acclimatization. If you don't do that, you will be having a lot of headaches and issues which may continue for the entire tour. So I always put one morning session, not birding, one morning session for only acclimatization, which is very important.
So what do you do normally during that particular session, or when we are wasting time in the room? Any other learning, or what is the activity?
It's good if you rest for a few hours in your hotel room, and after 2-3 hours, just roam around the Leh market. It's a fantastic market to buy things for your family. So spend time either in hotel room or Leh market for the morning sessions.
Similarly, anywhere in the Northeast, we must have to do the same.
No, Northeast, we don't need to do the same, because for Northeast, either you have to go to Guwahati or you have to go to Dibrugarh. And from there, you have to go through the car. You have to go by a car. So you will become already acclimatization by that car journey. So you don't need to be acclimatized for Northeast area, only Ladakh.
Okay, understood. So what you're saying is basically, you're saying that if you drive down, so you'll automatically climb the altitude and you'll get acclimatized. If you fly, then it's you have to take rest.
Correct.
Okay, couple of questions coming in. I'll read out. Radhika is asking, do people with lung problems face trouble going to Ladakh? Is it a suggested destination for such people?
Okay. No, somebody having lungs problem, no need to be worried. Only if someone is having asthma then he or she has to be very careful. And most importantly, before starting the tour in Leh airport, I always buy oxygen cylinder as a backup, as a precautionary things for the entire journey, because Ladakh is a different kind of a habitat, different kind of situations, mostly in Sokar and Pangong and Hanle. So always I keep the oxygen cylinder for any kind of a troubleshoot. So again, for asthma, it's he or she has to be careful. Otherwise, don't.
Thank you. I think very good information. And Parag also has posted some information. Thank you, Parag, for that information. Everybody can read that on the chat. We can continue. One more question on Ladakh. Again, same question. How much walking or walking on foot or trekking is involved?
Okay. Ladakh, there is not as such trekkings. We have to go one place from one place to another place by car. Car will follow us. We do have walkie-talkie. I do have walkie-talkie with my drivers. So we have just 50-meter, 40-meter away from our car. Once the birding will be done, we always call them, the drivers, and they come to our locations. Not as such trekkings, hikings, because it's almost plain roads, and of course we have to walk slowly, not very fast. Don't run, just slowly.
Just a side topic. What about mammals in the same trip? Will be able to see snow leopard or anything similar?
Okay, very good questions. First of all, snow leopard, you have to again understand the visibility or sighting of snow leopard. Why we do get snow leopards in Kibbar and Kaza and Ladakh during the February? Because snow leopard prefers to stay higher altitude, in peak, very cold areas, very snow, where thick snows are present. So they come down during the February, March, just to get food, because their prey, that is Tibetan gazelle or argali, those blue sheep, these all comes down, and because of them it comes down during the February, March. Again, they go back in April, May, where they were, and snow leopard also moved back. So July is not at all good time for snow leopards. Snow leopards, good time is February, March, which is again not a good time for birding because of the too much cold. Apart from snow leopard, we may get to see Tibetan gazelle, Tibetan wolf, the beautiful Himalayan or Siberian weasel, and couple of other things such as marmot, Himalayan marmot.
Great. One last question from Navneet on this slide. Buffy fish owl in Sundarban. What other month can we see there? What other time apart from July?
Yeah, July, August, September. It depends. See, Buffy fish owl sighting depends on the rainfall. Whenever the rainfall happens, they comes after the rain stops. They come out and they start hunting for their chicks or for themselves. So July, August, September is the monsoon time for Bengal. So these 3 months are good for Buffy fish owl.
Great. Thank you. No more questions.
All right. Moving to the August, again, repetition of the same Sokalia and Sundarban. Apart from Sokalia, and I'm not repeating again the Sundarban and Sokalia, directly going to the new areas. There's a beautiful place called Saswad from Pune, that is in Maharashtra. It's very good for birding in August. Rain quail, painted francolin, and one of the beautiful bird in India, white-bellied minivet. You can see the right middle image of this white-bellied minivet spreading the wings, and this white-bellied minivet, painted francolin, rain quail, These all can be found in Saswat, Pune. For the mammal lovers, it also attracts Saswat because of the Indian grey wolf. Next one, again from Maharashtra, Chiplun. That Chiplun is a good place of many of our lifers, that is Oriental dwarf kingfisher. I always go Chiplun I will always take tours during the August for Oriental dwarf kingfisher, blue-eared kingfisher. Apart from Chiplun, there are other locations near to Chiplun, Guhagar and Abloli, not Amboli, Abloli. So Abloli and Guhagar, these two places also very productive if you do birding or bird photography in August during the monsoon.
Yeah, I think many of this group have gone to both Nandu's place as well as Abloli for ODKF and BEKF.
Yeah, correct. Anyone having any questions? I don't think so.
No questions yet.
Okay. Moving to the next one, September. September means rain is about to finish, monsoon is about to say goodbye, and we are resuming the birding once again. So September, again, as I mentioned earlier, the passage migration happens. The place is called Great Run of Kutch. Ideally, one of the best place of birders because they always look for the lifers. Here you will find at least 7 lifers from your list. Rufous-tailed scrub robin, spotted flycatcher, common white-throat, very tough species, very rarely seen. Also found during the passage migration time. These all are the passage migrants. The king of passage migrants, European nightjar, red-backed shrike, red-tailed shrike, Eurasian roller, and blue-cheek beaters. These all are passage migratory birds found in one place, Great Run of Kutch. Though there is one more place, Desert National Park, that is DNP in Jaisalmer of Rajasthan. There are a couple of species of passage migrants can be found. Not every species which are in GRK. Rufous-tailed scrub robin, spotted flycatcher, red-backed shrike, red-tailed shrike, Eurasian roller, blue-cheek beater. So these couple of are common between these two places. But remember, you have to go in September, mid to September end. Don't make plan in August or October after 2 or 3. So it's always recommended to go September for these passage migratory birds. Again, Sundarban, as I told just a few minutes back, that Sundarban, July, August, September, it's good monsoon birding time. Ruddy kingfisher, buffy fish owl, and the beautiful mangrove whistler. You can see the middle one, the middle bird which is there in the slide. These middle species are found in this Eurasian mangrove whistler can be found in monsoon time of Sundarban. Anyone have any question?
Sonika, you had a question earlier on GRK or the September birding. Do you still have that question? Is it answered? Okay, I don't see any questions, Chandra.
Okay, so next one, moving to the October. So October means monsoon has completely gone from
Chandra,
India.
Just go back to the previous slide. What is the last bird in the slide? That is the question. Radhika.
Okay. This the last bird is the king of passage migrants. What the guide says, not it's a hard and fast thing. King. So this is the rarest of the rare nightjar found in India. European nightjar. Passage migrants can be found in GRK during the September.
Thank you.
Okay. Moving to October, so monsoon has already gone from India. So the winter migratory activity has started, and we are again back to full-fledged birding. Pangolaka Wildlife Sanctuary, which is also a good place in April and October. As I mentioned over there, great parrotbill. You see the middle one, the great parrotbill. This great parrotbill, Himalayan monal, winter rain, and golden-breasted fulveta. And there are many more species can be found this beautiful place, Pangolakha Wildlife Sanctuary. Why I always recommend Pangolakha Wildlife Sanctuary in Sikkim, apart from many other locations of Sikkim, because the habitat. The habitat is very important of birding, birders, and bird photographers. So if you go Pangolakha, that is Zuluk, is Sikkim, you will get to see there are a lot of bamboo habitats. I don't think this kind of this much of bamboo habitats. Bamboo means if you are not aware about this Himalayan habitats, I like to just give 1 minute of to give you the understanding of this habitats. There are small bamboos present in our Himalayan habitat, which is a very productive area for parrotbills, fulveta, minla, and tessia. So these habitats are very important, and this is in a large scale in this Pangolakha Wildlife Sanctuary is Sikkim. Next one, Dihing Patkai Wildlife Sanctuary. Most of us are aware now, I think, because some government of India's coal mining project is about to announce in Dihing Patkai. Already announced, I think. It's very sad, very disappointing, because this Dihing Patkai Wildlife Sanctuary, which is a reserve for, which is a rainforest of Assam or Higher Assam, Upper Assam, has lot of species, that is red-headed trawan, oriental bay owl, Austin's brown hornbill, one of the rare hornbills in India, Austin's brown hornbill, pied falconet, streaked wren babbler, and Assam state bird, white-winged wood duck, and many more. These are the key species which are found and seen during the October. October is a good time for Dihing Patkai. November also. October, November, good time. December, the peak winter, not good for Dihing Patkai. October, November is good because as April, May, if you go there, it will be a huge shower, huge rain. So ideally, Dihing Patkai good if you plan in October and November. Next place, moving to the western part of India, Tal Chappar Wildlife Sanctuary. Tal Chappar Wildlife Sanctuary is one of the famous place of bird photographers, birder, because they go there for none other than Indian spotted creeper. This Indian spotted creeper is almost become endemic, though it gets sighted in few central India's location, but it's all confirmed sighting is there in Tal Chappar, and of course Lagar falcon, black francolin also there in Tal Chappar. Now let me tell you here why Tal Chappar is, why I have recommended Tal Chappar in October. Because if you plan Tal Chappar in November, December, you will I have decided this, I have thought this from a bird photographer perspective. You know the spiny tail lizard, this lizard, spiny tail lizard, they lives under the ground. They go hibernation from November first week, and just before going to the hibernation, they are super active in October, and they attract many raptors, steppe eagle, tawny, greater spotted eagle, lagar falcon, buzzards. So that will be a huge activity of raptors in Tal Chappar Wildlife Sanctuary. So these spiny tail lizards, killing these spiny tail lizard hunting shots, you will get to see from photographer perspective, of course, in Tal Chappar only if you plan in October. Then Singalila National Park. Singalila National Park also has a good number of species. Just for the mammal lovers, it's a hot spot of red panda, and of course many rare species such as spotted nutcracker, satyr tragopan, laughing thrushes, and many more. You can see this beautiful black pheasant over there. So these all species can be found in Singalila National Park during the October. Anyone have any question?
Sharan is asking which mammals can you see in Zuluk, Pangolaka Wildlife Sanctuary?
Okay. Pangolaka Wildlife Sanctuary, you will get to find Himalayan goral, which is common, but you'll find a very interesting mammal, which is Himalayan masked deer. That Himalayan masked deer, which is very rare because of its habitat issue, hunting problem. Himalayan masked deer, Himalayan goral, pika, Himalayan pika, small rat kind of a species. These all can be found. And luckily, I got to see red panda from Pangolaka as well. Though I don't recommend people to go Pangolaka for red panda, which is very rare, but easy in Singalila. I go in October. So these are the species, mammal species. So Francis sir, how's the session going on?
This
Just
is
a quick.
going very well, very well. I am already preparing my list. What to do next?
Sure, sir. Same questions to the other respected members. Please share your reviews and feedback so that I can improve these slides, I can improve these presentations more accurately.
Okay, well, we have around 20 members already, and we can start. So Prakash is asking, are you able to see red panda along with birding, or is the habitat or area is same or different?
Okay. First of all, Singalila is the best place of red panda in October, of course, and April, May. Out of 5 days, 6 days tour, red panda is our main target if you come for the mammal. Then once the red panda photography is done, we concentrate on the birding as well. So red panda, birding, almost same habitats. So once we finish, because red panda, the species you will find in Singalila, bird species, they are almost similar to the other locations. So red panda, first finish the red panda targets, then we can continue or resume the bird species.
Okay, more questions coming in. Let me see. Preeti is asking, you have covered Assam, Arunachal, Sikkim in the northeast. What about Manipur and Nagaland? Are they not birding hotspots?
Yeah, very good questions, very important point. I was about to discuss this at the last. Uh, the, the disadvantage of going to Manipur and Mizoram is lot of Nagaland as well as Nagaland, Manipur and Mizoram. These are also the states of Northeast. Unfortunately, the birding is very less because there are a lot of hunting of birds going on. I went to Konoma Tragopan Wildlife Sanctuary in February 2019. We didn't get we got, of course, we saw a lot of species, but not a single photography was done. And of course, we couldn't see a bird very properly. So, especially in Manipur and Nagaland. Mizoram, recently all of us aware that one of the rarest of the rare owl, eastern grass owl, was photographed in a place in Manipur, near to the airport. So, but still, it's just a chance sighting. Manipur, Mizoram, Nagaland, as such, because of the hunting issue, I don't recommend people still yet to go there. People of those places are trying, I mean, the birders, the conservationists, nature resources, they are trying their level best. I respect them. They are trying to level best to reduce the hunting of the tribal, the hunting of local young people. Soon, maybe soon, they will able to do that, and I hope after 2 years or 3 years we will go for birding in Manipur, Mizoram and Nagaland very well.
Thank you, Chandra. Chandra, you asked about feedback. People are writing. It is very good, especially Ready Reckoner for planning trips. Very informative session, etc. everybody is liking it. Great information. Thank you.
Thank you.
One more question. I have a couple of questions on this slide. One is from Sharon. Is satire Tragopan? I think you answered this. Is satire Tragopan possible on the Red Panther Trail in October?
Yes, sir.
In
Possible.
Singali? Okay. And now that we are hearing about this Dibang Valley project, do you think you mentioned Deing Patkai? You think it will be destroyed, and so it's better to do this location right now before the project starts? What do you say?
Yeah, I don't know. Mr. Prakash Javadekar, who is the environmental minister of India, he has decided to implant some coal mining over there. So I don't think it will be a good decision, and it will be a disaster for Northeast, because this Dihing Patka is connected with many other hotspot of Northeast forest, and also this has rare mammal species apart from the bird species. It has binturong, it has many rare birds as well. So it's good to go Dihing Patkai as soon as possible and finish your LIFR list, because I'm very worried and very disappointed with this government of decisions, and I wish they will not incorporate this change of coal mining project in Dihing Patkai.
Thank you for that. Preeti is asking which month or months are ideal for birding in Nagaland, the areas which you talked about, Manipur, Nagaland, Mizoram.
Yeah, Nagaland, good time. The Amur falcon. The Amur falcon comes in huge number in Nagaland during the October. Sorry. So October is one month you can go to Nagaland. You can visit the Doyang Reservoir for Amur falcon and Khonoma, and one place called Zuleke, not Zuluk, Zuleke near the Khonoma. So Doyang Reservoir, Khonoma Wildlife Sanctuary, and Zuleke. These three places can be do the birding in October as well as February, March for Nagaland.
Great. Last question. It's actually more of a statement from Anjan. Anjan is saying Nagaland is very good to see red-necked falcon migration in April. What do you say?
No. Red-necked falcon is a different species. I think he was trying to say Amur falcon. Amur falcon is a species which comes in October and it stays for few weeks in Nagaland. Though they are also can be found in Tamil Nadu, many parts of Kerala, and some outskirts of Maharashtra, Karnataka border areas. Amur falcon is a species, not red-necked falcon. This Amur falcon can be found in huge number during the October.
Thank you. No more questions on this. Go on.
Moving to the next one, November. As I just, in the starting, I was discussing about the November, about the Little Run of Kutch. So Little Run of Kutch is a place which is very good for McQueen's bustard. But please plan for Little Run of Kutch in November. If you have target of McQueen's bustard, you can visit December, January, February, no issues. But if you have specifically targets of McQueen bustard, you have to go to November. Short-eared owl, peregrine falcon, these all species can be found throughout the season of winter. Why McQueen bustard not in December, January? You will definitely get to see it, but you won't be able to approach it. You can see this beautiful flying shot of this McQueen bustard taken by me during my photo tour. So this McQueen bustard comes in October end, and if you go in November, you will get to see them closely, because they were still able to get habituated with the human. They are very shy species. They are not allow people to come close. So October, November, they usually take time, and from November beginning, November end, they become super shy with the humans, cars, birders, photographers activity. So Little Run of Kutch, good time, November. Then Lachen, Gurudambal Lake from North Sikkim. Same habitats as Ladakh, almost same habitat. Little owl, Tibetan lark, Hume's ground pecker or ground teat. These all species, snow pigeon, can be found in Lachen, Gurudambal Lake. There is a beautiful bird from all of our target bird, Grandala. That Grandala also found in the same place, but for that you have to go to December. That time other species will maybe less active. So Grandala will be in a good number. You are all aware about that tree with full of Grandala, the blue colored bird. That is good for December. And for the mammal lovers, there's a rarest fox in India, Tibetan sand fox. These Tibetan sand fox are found in Lachen Gurudambal Lake, North Sikkim during this November. And one of the very rare cat, Palace's cat, that also found in the same habitat throughout the year. But for Tibetan sand fox, good time is November, and mostly birding and Tibetan sand fox, both can be done in November in North Sikkim. Mishmi Hills, once again, my favorite location. Scletus monal, many of us, our target birds, lifer. Scletus monal, almost similar to Himalayan monal with the tail different and head, there is no crest of it. So Scletus monal always can be found in Mishmi Hills. It's a very tough customer. Females are mostly get sighted. Males are very shy. You have to wake up 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, and you have to go at one place before the sunrise, and you have to hide yourself with the help of stone and rock. The moment you see or photograph the Scletus monal, it will be immediately gone from that particular area to a different area. So Scletus monal and other species will be there, but not Tragopan. Tragopan is it. So that is why Mishmi Hills two seasons. April, May for Tragopan, Mishmi Hills, November for Scletus monal. Other species will be remain same and good sighting. Bikaner, Rajasthan. Bikaner, Rajasthan, why it's very famous? They, thanks to the people of Bikaner, thanks to the forest department of Rajasthan, they have put a carcass dump yard in Bikaner. The place is called Jorbi, and many species of vulture and buzzard, eagle comes during the winter time, migration time in that particular dump yard to feed. So Bikaner is one of the hot spot because, as I just mentioned earlier in the October slide, the spiny-tailed lizard, goes to the ground for hibernation till February. So they always they will now become dependent on that carcass dump yard. So there will be a huge gathering in the dump yard of vultures, buzzard, eagle, and the falcons. So Bikaner is one of the ideal place of birding in November. And the next one, Tal Chappar. This Tal Chappar is also a good place. But the hunting shot, the killing shot, you see this lagar falcon hunting the spiny-tailed lizard. You can see the tail of it in this image. So these all images can be done in October. November also you can go to Tal Chappar, but hunting shot will be missing. Anyone have any questions from this November before I go to the last one?
No questions have come on this. It's very clear.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, now the last one, the last slide of our presentations, the December birding. LRK, once again, good time in December. You have to sacrifice the McQueen bustard little bit because you will get to see, of course you will get to see them, but the close distance will not be there. There will be some distance between you and the McQueen. Then Grandala you will get to find in Lachen Gurudambal Lake, North Sikkim. Then one of the most important bird, Great Indian Bustard. That Great Indian Bustard can be found in Desert National Park during the December. Trumpeter finch, the one and only finch found in desert area, can be found in DNP, Desert National Park. After that, Saptal, Chopta, Munshiari, these are also the places can be do birding during the December. As I mentioned, during the peak winter, the higher altitude birds goes to the down, the lower altitude bird goes to higher because of the temperature changes. So you have to choose your destination. Saptal, if you like to have the higher altitude bird to be photographed or see them during the December. Scarlet finch, the fantastic red colored bird, you can see the right below corner. The scarlet finch comes down to the Chopta area during the peak winter, and you can see them, photograph them very well. Sundarban, during the winter, it's also a good place to go and photograph two important kingfisher from your lifer list, brown wing kingfisher and black cap kingfisher. So these two kingfishers can be found in Sundarban during the winter time. And Goliath heron, still a lifer for me, very rare, one sighting from in last 2014. Unfortunately, I was not doing birding that time. I started birding from 2014. So Goliath heron also can be found in Sundarban during the winter. Anyone have any questions?
No questions have come yet.
Okay.
We can move on.
So just almost we are about to finish. Before I just these are my plans. You can see my birding calendar. I have been always busy with the birding locations, bird photography tours. Apart from India, I also cover Papua New Guinea, Thailand, Indonesia, Costa Rica, Ecuador, Malaysia. If you like to plan with me, please connect with me in email or Facebook or WhatsApp me. You can. We will love to discuss about your plan, and we would love to do birding together. Thank you so much for watching and joining this presentation. Again, I would like to say thanks to Francis sir for organizing and giving me the opportunity to become the host of this presentation. If you have any suggestions, reviews or feedback, please ask Francis sir and others. I would incorporate the same in my next presentation.
Chandra, you can see the text messages which are coming in the chat. So please do have a look. Everybody is appreciating the session. I certainly have already planned my next post-lockdown trip from your. I've already noted down what I have to do. Definitely. Parag has a question. Parag, please do post your question. And in the meanwhile, Chandra, thank you very much for making this happen. Very informative session. And for all the participants, thank you very much for joining. Appreciate you coming back after disconnection. Appreciate that. Chandra, I'll take a couple of questions which are coming in.
Yeah, just first question I'd like to answer from Saran sir. What is a good time for Western Tragopan? For whatever the Tragopan, there are 4 Tragopans found in India: Satar Tragopan, Blight Tragopan, Temening's Tragopan, and Western Tragopan, which is you are asking. So all Tragopans, good time April and May. And the place is Great Himalayan National Park. You have to do a lot of trekkings, 1.5 days trekking, Himachal Pradesh, Western Tragopan, April, May. Next question, which is the best time for Bharatpur? Bharatpur, best time before the winter, because Bharatpur has a problem with the visibility because there are a lot of fog and smoke comes from December and January. So it's ideally good time if you plan Bharatpur in November and February. Pre-winter, post-winter. Parag asking, can you please guide me what birds are likely to be seen in South Australia during August? Okay, I would love to answer. Let's, Parag sir, please connect with me in my WhatsApp. Just note down my number and WhatsApp me. I would love to share your Australian bird list between the August to November. My contact number, please note it down. You can contact me 9088 908610. Yeah, please get in touch with me for the calendar. I would love to share. The same number is there in my WhatsApp. If you like to connect with me in WhatsApp. Yeah, I have seen Radhika ma'am. I have seen Bird of Paradises. I had been taken my clients to West Papua, and we have seen and photographed the Birds of Paradises, Birds of Paradise in Papua very well. Okay. Next question. Okay. Radhika ma'am, please connect with me in Facebook or WhatsApp. I would love to share you my experience of Birds of Paradise. Francis sir, over to you. Anything from your side or anything like to
Yeah,
share?
I don't see any more questions coming. Your information is there on the screen. Your email, your WhatsApp number is there. So I'm sure people will connect with you. Your calendar is displayed on the screen. People can note down. You can book tours with him, or you can see how you want to plan your next 2-3 years of birding. Definitely,
Sure.
chasing lifers is something which we all do, apart
Yeah.
from birding and photographing. So I think today's session has been great in terms of what to see, when to see, and where to see. All
Thank
three
you.
questions you have answered very well, Chandra. Thank you very much for presenting your knowledge with us. Appreciate.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. Wish to see you very soon. Stay safe, take care, and do birding.
Yeah. And with this, we close the session. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining. We will end the session. Thank you. I will post the video on the group later on. I will upload, and then you can see the video and share it with everybody else as well. Thank you very
Sure.
much for joining. Have a good day.
Thank you.